Hello and welcome back to another episode. Now, this evening I've been doing something which I simply don't do often enough. I've been catching up on YouTube videos. I think we all tend to have sort of two tiers of subscriptions on YouTube. So there are those people who we simply can't miss. You know, you subscribe to them, and as soon as a video is in the in tray, you're there and you're watching it, and you want to know what their opinion is on whatever, the latest trailer or something, or you're interested. You're really into it, if not a little bit too much, as it were. And then there's that sort of second tier, which I think most of my subscriptions are in. And I suspect actually I'm in that second tier for lots of people as well. And that is people who you do want to hear from. You're really into their videos, you love their content, but you just, sometimes life just gets in the way and you can't watch everything that they're putting out. And this evening I've had some time to catch up on some of those types of YouTube videos. And this is actually really a video response in many ways to Bluetonic78. Now, I'm not saying he's a second tier YouTuber. Don't do that. I hear you, your mouth faces. No, but what I am saying is that I just hadn't had time to watch this particular YouTube video. It came out at the beginning of March, on the 4th of March, and it's called Pretending to be British. And that story to one side, that was a really bizarre story. There's actually a moment in there where he mentions that he's making his own video response to the question of, are you embarrassed by your YouTube channel? Now, that's a really interesting question, and in particular for me, because I have two YouTube channels, as it were. I have one which is connected with my business. I run an archaeological educational business and filmmaking company called Archaeosoup Productions. But I also have this, what I consider to be my safe little space, where I can talk about the things which interest me. I can share childhood memories. I can sort of essentially just almost for my own good as much as anything else, just make a series of pleasant videos. and I don't suppose embarrassed is the right word, but I certainly guard Soup's Eye View closely. I don't just sort of share it with random people. I mean, I have work colleagues who don't know about this YouTube channel. My closest friends do, and they tend to watch these videos and quite often enjoy them. But I'm very deliberately quiet and shy about this particular YouTube channel, because to a certain extent I don't want everyone to see it. And I be thinking, well, why are you putting videos on YouTube? Hello? But that's not what I mean. I mean, the closest I would get to being embarrassed of this YouTube channel is the fact that I don't advertise it. I don't go around talking about it. Frankly, I don't advertise my my Archaeosoup channel, as it were, through Google. But I'm certainly not shy in talking about it on social media. Whereas, really, I suppose in that sense, I am shy and retiring in this form, and that's because I like this little small, ever-growing, but sort of at a manageable pace community, which is building up around this YouTube channel. So in some ways this is a special YouTube channel for me, and so I suppose I'm not really embarrassed by it, but I just don't talk about it, if that makes any sense. Now he actually, Bluetonic, went on to sort of talk about how in the workplace, talking about making computer game videos can be seen as really geeky and really sad, and I can sort of see where he's coming from on that. But at the same time, I don't, because, well, I've always been really fortunate in so much as my work, my colleagues and my friends tend to be from a very similar sort of background to me in terms of their hobbies and interests. So archaeologists tend to be fairly geeky themselves. At times when I've worked in offices, there have been other students around, and now I basically live and work from home. I live from home. I work from home. This is my work office as well as my geeky space. And so, yeah, I don't really have that kind of water cooler problem. But But I mean, put it this way: my equivalent, for example, when I go out and have, I don't know, a consultation meeting with someone about making an educational video to do with ancient Greece, something like that, in Newcastle Uni or something. I don't talk to them about it because it's, to a certain extent, it's just not relevant. You know. By the way, you know, last night I was talking about a dinosaur's book of dinosaurs. Yeah, it's really nice that you want to talk about Athens and you know, Ionic pillars, but dinosaurs book of dinosaurs, really cool. So yeah, I mean, to a certain extent, it's just not relevant in that sense. But again, I wouldn't say I was embarrassed by it, because ultimately, you know, if I was, I wouldn't put this stuff up on such a public forum, you know. But I definitely want to keep it a nice parochial experience for as long as possible, you know. This YouTube channel certainly isn't an industrial endeavour, and to a certain extent I wouldn't really want it to be either. Anyway, that's my video response. Hopefully that makes sense. And there you have it. Just on a side note, past couple of days have been a blooming nightmare here. We had back in January I bought a beautiful, wonderful tower computer, Lenovo H70 I think it's called. And actually I can check. I've still got the link saved on my browser. Yeah, a Lenovo H50 apparently. It's but anyway, the point is, it was a PC which I deliberately bought with a beautiful giant Acer monitor, so that I could make better videos, better films. I could be better at my job. I had an i7 processor, 8GB of RAM, GeForce 720 graphics. Actually, incidentally, my first graphics card. That sounds really sad, but first PC actually with a graphics card in it, which I can actually swap out. That's one of the things which I wanted, as opposed to using my laptop, which is still great for this purpose, but I really wanted to be able to upgrade the machine, you know. So I bought this back in January, and it just hadn't worked properly. It's been a little bit niggly around the edges. Windows 10, like Cortana was fighting me. It didn't know quite what date it was when it was set up. It didn't know where it was. In fact, it couldn't link up the time zone with its location. And so yesterday morning, the computer just stopped working pretty much. That is to say that native apps wouldn't work. So calculator, maps, email, calendar was just greyed out and wouldn't work. And so, yeah, I had to do a system restore. So we spent the guts of 2 days doing that. And yeah, it's been an interesting couple of days. But now the computer seems to be fixed. I think it's on spec. It's actually working smoothly, and hopefully we won't have any of those problems again. But ultimately, that's what gave me the time to catch up on some of these YouTube videos. So hopefully in the future it won't require such a catastrophic event to do that. But yeah, I thought it was an interesting topic, and I thought I'd make a quick video about it. So yeah, are you embarrassed by your YouTube channel? It's a very interesting question. And I think in my case, I'm not embarrassed. I'm just a bit shy about this one. Anyway guys, as ever, until next time, do take care.